Now I should be able to share it to the Facebook page. I'm about to post it in the Facebook group. Have you included your audio?
I'm good to go.
Sorry about that, Gear. We're just trying to sort out a few technical issues. It may take a minute to get all the audio set right.
So the audio will normally have 80 volume and 60 for the rest, if you can do that. Like whatever you want. I'll go 720. Go 720 just in case for your thing. Should be okay, but
it seems to be coming through pretty clear at the moment.
Okay.
If we have any issues, I'll switch it back to 720. But for all intensive purposes, touch wood, we seem to have got ourselves set up at the moment. And welcome back, everyone. Unfortunately, that didn't quite go to plan.
My volume's pretty loud, I think.
Yeah, so a little update on what's happened at the moment. Jetto's gone back to 6th place at this stage. Other Metal Drive's made a move on Right Solus, who seems to have made a pit stop already. And Sado's slowly carving his way through the GTE field after starting a fair way back.
Yeah, well, we'd like to apologise about our little technical glitch, but we're glad we got it on Lockie's channel. And it looks like that battle is still continuing with Darky and Loft Finish with that, what, 11 second difference.
At this stage, the battle between 1st and 2nd in the GTEs is less than a second, according to the timing. Although having a look at it on track, I don't know if I trust that.
Yeah, you probably have a look at the little display there. It looks like it's 4 seconds when you look actually on the top.
Yeah, so it looks like our timing displays are out again, but judging by all the other issues we've had, I think that's the least of our concerns at this stage.
Yeah, so Right Sales had a bit of an issue. He's down last in the GTEs when he was actually 3rd, so that's actually promoted up the number 92 Premier Motorsport Porsche to 3rd.
Yeah, doing quite well for itself, that little car. And a little bit of a mistake in session 2, but Woody had a good drive in the last session, and Metal Drive seems to be having a good solid run at this stage.
Yeah, I'm sure he made a few little mistakes in the second session as it was going to night, and he learnt from that, and he's definitely knuckling in.
That night session was tough. I mean, I know I made a little mistake at the start of my session, which cost me a lot of time, and then obviously the disconnects didn't help. But it can be brutal, endurance racing.
Oh, definitely, really tests everyone out.
At this stage, no one's made a pit stop, but we'll just go through all the fuel loads quickly just to see where everyone's at. Dark Racing was there with 21 litres. Loft Vanish about the same, probably burning a little bit more fuel per lap. Possibly Darky might be saving. Dado there again has got even more in the tank. as Nürburgring pits. Possibly he's just run out of fuel. ANZCRL running it a bit lean, might have started with less, trying to split the race in half possibly. Jetto there with 61, I think he may have already made a pit stop.
Yeah, it looks that way. He would have had to have, because it only fills up to 75 litres, I believe.
Yeah. Moment Sato, he's almost back through the GTE field. He's getting there.
Yeah, doing a good job. He had to motor around. We missed all laps, so on the restart, he had to motor around with the pit limiter for about 4 minutes.
Darky seems to go at a little bit of traffic there. He's lost a bit of time to Vanish, but at the same time, as in all endurance racing, Vanish will have to pass that same bit of traffic eventually, so that may even itself back out again.
Yeah, it's a terrific job by Darky at the moment, pulling out that gap for Loft. We have to keep an eye maybe on that midfield battle. Look at Nürburgring and Jetto, they're pretty close, it looks like.
About a second between them, second and a half. Nürburgring coming out of the pits will have fresh tyres, less fuel, may just about pull away from him there. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, coming up to a battle here with the two.
Catch.
Is that metal? Was that metal drive or was that?
That would be Gas and Magic Hand.
So, okay, yep.
Gas is also about to make a move on Magic Hand, which will not be good, not be easy for Metal.
Oh, this is a bit hectic as on here, guys. That's a good bit of driving by all cars involved.
Definitely. Well, I don't think Jetto will be too pleased about that, with Gas holding the apex there.
I think Gas couldn't do much there. If you start weaving, you do cause accidents as well. I think he just kept his line best he could.
Unfortunately, I think we missed most of the close fighting right at the start of the race.
Yeah, but with 26 minutes remaining, still going to have plenty of racing to go.
And it looks like Loft Vanish is coming up on this back pack as well.
That's what caught me out. Is I think Magic Hand has changed. So not in. Oh no, they're in the same level, number 25.
As we got ANZCRL in the pit lane there. He was down to about 2 litres of fuel, so he had to pit there. Be interesting to see how he comes out of the pits with reference to Nürburgring and Jetto.
Oh yeah, that's where it's all going to eventuate with the pit stops with these LMP2 cars. GTEs aren't going to be pitting, but there's definitely a bit of strategies with the LMP2s to play out.
I think he's put far more fuel than he needs to put in there. I think our resident guru, Mr. Lloyd, will agree with me on this one. I think he's put a fair bit more fuel than he needed to in there.
Yeah, we just got up here that's saying that the stream must be stopping every now and then as well at the moment. I think Lloydie's having some problems and Highlander, but on my screen at the moment it's fine.
My stream hasn't stopped at all because I've got a little side one going. It hasn't had any issues, so if it continues, let us know and I'll work with the bitrate a bit and change a few settings.
I think everything's fine. SSHADZZ is fine. So it might be just
sorry, we've got something's just happened there between Magic Hen and Gas. A little bit of front end damage on the gas car there.
Yeah,
Magic
must have
Hen lets
been.
him go through.
Maybe it was him trying to make a overtake move because he sort of either redressed that or he's got some damage.
Either way, I think Right Sower there is licking his lips. He's just picked up a couple of spots there without having to do much.
Yeah, it would have been nice to just find out what actually happened to Right so early in the race. So we obviously missed that with that coverage. But if he had been third all the way down to last and now he's creeping up. He's, what, 25 seconds off middle drive for third?
There you go, and Lloydie's just chimed in. 20 litres too much on the Aussie Carter's car. That which equates to around about 5 to 6 seconds in the pits, and look at the gap he is behind him. It's about what he's lost there. There you go, fuel strategy coming back into it again.
Yeah, definitely.
And Magic Hen must have picked up a fair bit of front end damage there because he's in the pit lane.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh. Nice and close there on the back bumper of the Porsche. Unfortunately, sorry for the lack of action, guys. There's just not a lot happening at the moment. Hopefully it all heats up in the next 20 minutes. We can give you something to watch.
It looks like Sato's now on the back of the LMP2 cars. He's got in front of Freight Trainer.
We'll just have a look, see what the fastest laps are at the moment. And it's by far and away Mr. Sato there with a 34.5. Couple of 1 and 2 second penalties hanging over the field, but it's unfortunate that the internet has struck its curse upon the car number 3, because I think that would have been a very difficult one to stop at the end of this race.
Yeah, fully agree. But to his credit, he keeps motoring through and finds himself now in 7th. And if anything happens to Aussie Carters, he'll be sure to pounce.
And the other benefit is because he was trundling around for so long, he's got a lot more fuel than the cars in front of him. Which means when it comes to the pit stop, he only has to put, say, 20 odd litres in the car, whereas the others have all had to put a fair old load of fuel in, which may claw him back a little bit if anyone has any issues.
Yeah, a little bit of problems with the internet, as Highlanders just mentioned. He got caught out yesterday, but we had a good run by Timmy82 in the first session. And she's the Chip Ganassi Racing Team in 2nd in class. Which we might want to go and have a
I
little
wouldn't
look.
be complaining too much there, Highlander. You're still sitting 2nd in class. It's a good drive from that team, actually. Especially with the way Simo drove in that session 3 there. Very, very strong driven.
How about if we just go through the fuel load through the leaders?
Darky's probably about a lap away from hitting there. May even be this lap here. If he uses more than 1.5 litres in the next few corners, he will be in this lap. Loft Vanish will definitely be pitting this lap. Dado Racing, he's got about a lap of fuel there.
Yeah, their car was pretty fuel efficient.
Nürburger's already made his pit stop. Same with Jetto and Aussie Carters. It'll be interesting to see if Dark Racing comes into the pits this lap, or if he tries to stretch another lap. It'll be touch and go because it's about 2.8 to 2.9 litres a lap.
Yeah, I don't think there's much benefit.
there's not a lot of gain to be made from going one more lap. And as we see here, he is coming in this lap. If he had another half a litre of fuel, I reckon you possibly would go for that extra lap, because there is quite a lot of speed being on a lower fuel load. As you see Lofanish coming in as well there. It'll be interesting to see if the Dado Racing Colonel Lloyd car continues on for another lap, or he comes in this lap as well.
Yeah, if I was Dado, I'd definitely be coming in. We'll see. It's about to come in. See who jumps down.
And I think he might be staying out here.
Oh,
He's got enough
risky.
fuel for another lap. I think Dark Racing might have come out in the lead anyway here.
Yeah, definitely stayed in front. Only
I
3
don't know
seconds.
about you, Lloyd, but I reckon that might be a little bit too much fuel in there. Wonder if he's lost much time to manage there.
Yeah, we need. I
He
think
has.
the other night it was about 37 litres is needed in the last 20 minutes. I think Lloydie was saying.
And I think he's lost about 4 seconds there to Lofanish in that pit cycle. So could that be a crucial 4 seconds coming into the race? We'll wait and see.
Now it's going to be all how the luck draws with the lap traffic, I'd say.
Yes. You see Dado coming along the back straight now. We're expecting to see him in this lap, considering he's about to run out of fuel. And we wouldn't want him to do a SSHADZZ and run out.
It's going to be close.
He's
So
got the fuel guru himself on his team. I think he'll be fine.
So let's see how much fuel they put in. Is it only going to be about 30 litres?
Colonel Lloyd's suggesting that they only need about 25 to 30 litres from here. So see if Dado listens to his teammate or goes with his guts.
Yeah, 30
35
litres.
litres there.
Oh, 35.
All right, we'll wait to hear from Lloyd. Was that too much in the Dado car, and has he lost any positions?
I think he's kept his third. He'll be still, well, he had a bit of gap between Nürburger. So that's a good spot for Dado in third. He'd be happy with this at the moment.
Yeah,
Just
if
wants
you can
to-
bring home the podium, I think you're happy in any situation.
We might just want to have a quick little look down at the fuel loads and how things are going in the GTEs. Why it's a little bit.
I wonder if that's going to be enough for Freight Trainer there. He will definitely be trying to stretch it out as a no stop.
Yeah, no, he'll be
Interesting
right.
to see if he's going to have enough. And it'll be and conversely, Simo's got even less in the car, and the Ford burns up more fuel than the Porsche per lap.
Yeah, I think Simo's plan is trying to push the Porsche a little bit and try and get him to at least have a pit stop, but I don't think that's going to happen.
So I just had to flick over there, which just noticed Sato in the pit lane there.
Yeah, just as mandatory fuel. So we got Simo there. He's sort of just there with Freight Trainer, about 2 seconds, and then he's got Metal Drive 30 seconds behind him.
Metal Drive's got an extra litre of fuel over Freight Trainer there. He saved even more fuel in the Porsche.
Yeah, I think that'll be right. And he's got a 20-second lead in front of Wright's-Ower, so that third's looking good for the 92 Premier Motorsport Porsche.
Sato comes out of the pits with 32 litres in the car.
A bit too much.
Possibly.
But, you know, he's got no battles. He's behind too much.
And then Wright's-Ower there with more than enough fuel to get to the end. And his goal, his eyes will be focused squarely on getting to the back of Metal Drive now, because he'll know in his head Metal Drive will be stretching the fuel load out, whereas he can go gung-ho, full out, all out, burn up the fuel.
And Gaz is right behind him, though.
However, Gaz, I do believe, will possibly have to make a pit stop for fuel here.
It'll be close, won't it? 23 litres.
I think he's got about the same amount of fuel as Simo there, with respects to where they are on the track.
Yeah, so Highland's confirmed that the Chip Ganassi Fords, or all the Fords, can't make it at full speed. They won't make the hour.
And with the speed that we've seen from the likes of Simo so far, he hasn't been going easy on the car. We'll give him that much.
Geez, hasn't the battle for the GTs been good for the full 6 hours that we've raced this? They've been on the lead lap, and
apart from that little incident back there with Magic Hen and Gas, definitely I agree. It's been hectic racing in the GTE category.
yeah,
It's actually starting to close up as well. Simo's pulled about 2 seconds out of the gap between him and Freight Trainer. So that'll definitely be closing up very soon.
so there we go. As
Freight
long
Trainer
as
pulls out a
yeah, I was just going to say, his teammate Highlander for Simo saying as long as they're doing 43s, they should be all right. Once they get into the 42s, they're really burning heaps of fuel.
Sorry, I could hear grass noises.
Oh, that was close. I think that was just one of the Porsches. Are they lapping, or is that Freight Trainer? Oh, it can't be Freight Trainer, sorry, that's Metal Drive.
That was Metal Drive lapping Magic Hand. We just flicked back to Freight Trainer here because Simo has closed in more time, and I think it was actually Freight Trainer who dipped the wheel in the grass just then, and I heard a bit of grass noise as we were looking at Simo, because he's lost another half a second to Simo there.
Why don't I just have a quick look just to see that live timing's right for Nürburgring and Jetto just quickly, and we can come back to the GTEs. It looks like it's 5 seconds.
Yeah, about four seconds. About 4.5 seconds. It's fluctuating a few tenths here and there.
Yeah, so that live timing's working there, so we might just get back to those GTEs and have another look, because there's a bit going there for the lead.
So the live timing's fluctuating between about a second and less than a second. So Simo's closing the gap there, and he's just pumped out a 42.7. I don't know, Highlander. I don't know if your buddy's saving a bit of fuel there, or he's actually going foot gung ho here. He doesn't know if he'll make it or not.
Yeah, it's going to be close. We're going to know probably about 3 minutes remaining. Yeah, Jetto's a night owl, mate, so I think he doesn't like the bright sunlight, so he's definitely struggling in the day.
And that's the thing, with the way these cars are set up, I know one setup can be absolutely blisteringly quick during the day, and then you park it in the night session and it feels like you're on ice, and then vice versa, you can have a setup that feels absolutely amazing at night, but as soon as you put a bit of heat or UV into the track, it just kills the momentum and the grip.
Yeah, the tyres can increase the tyre pressures pretty easy. I think because at night we're running at around 11 degrees, and then it's probably around about 19 track temp now, 19, 20.
Yeah. I don't know if I can't check that, can I?
No, we can't check it, but I know from my running in the first session, the track got up to about 20 degrees.
Highlander, can he make it off 10 minutes? Can he make 10 minutes on 15 litres of fuel? That's a good question.
Yeah, well, you grew about 2.8 litres a lap.
It's going to be very close.
And they're doing a lap at 1 minute 43, so it's going to be pretty close.
It says if he can get up in the draft, he should be all right. But I think Freight Trainer will have other ideas about that.
Yeah, it's crazy how the
I'm
just reading some of the comments by Emerson as well. Where the track changes during the night and day. He was just saying that 2 seconds came to him during the day from the night in the third session.
So the fuel guru Damien Lloyd reckons he will not make it on fuel.
Here comes Aussie, still in 6th. Metal Drive hasn't lost too much here off Simo. He was 30 seconds behind when we looked at it around 15 minutes remaining. It's 34 now.
He's still got Magic Hand behind him, so... Oh, as Magic Hand makes a mistake, commentator's curse there.
Oh dear.
Sorry, buddy. Oh, that's an awkward place to rejoin with the LMP cars coming through.
He's done well though.
Yep, definitely. As that gap is now getting to below a second here.
This is going to be very interesting. So this is what we're looking for because.
And Freight Trainer's gone. He's gone round. He's locked the into turn 1.
There you go. We've got to swap for the lead, and we're looking at the Chip
pressure.
Ganassi.
Build up that pressure, build it, and then just sometimes people crack.
So there you go.
I think Freight Trainer will be...
This could actually be where Freight Trainer did the whole race solo, and as you said, fatigue will be cutting in.
And Simo's teammate Highlander's just screaming save, save, save at this stage.
Yeah, well...
He just pulled out a 42.6 Highlander, so I'm a bit worried that your fuel mileage might not be where you want it to be. It's getting closer and closer to the end, and he's getting less and less fuel left in the car.
Now he can control the race if he's smart, Simo. So 6 minutes remaining.
Yeah, well, he can stick it in lean now. He's got a fair old buffer back to Freight Trainer at this stage. He can stick it in lean, clutch and coast. He can lose that 3 seconds and still stay ahead because he has the pace.
You lose a lot of time though if you have it on lean down the straight. I think he's got to keep it at reach and then maybe in the infield turn it down to lean.
Is he going to know to do that? That's the big question. As looks like Right Sower's fallen back behind Gas again.
Wow, this is a good battle between these two all race long. After Right Sower's obviously made a mistake, which we've missed for Gaz to come back through.
Oh, and Gas is wide. These two are not going to give an inch. There's 5 minutes to go. At this stage, you're racing for sheep stations, basically. But the smartest thing Right Sower can do here is stick in the draft and hold out till, and if he can just time his run out of the chicane right, he should be able to clear and get in front of him by turn 1.
Yeah, that's the main thing, getting a good run off the bus stop.
And he's done that. He's got that good run out of the bus stop here. He's pulling up alongside. They're side by side at this stage.
Oh, this is going to be exciting coming into turn 1, guys. Stay.
Both side drafting
know
off
what to
each
say.
other. Hopefully they can stay out of each other's doors. Oh, gas is wide again. Possibly struggling with tyres. And he's off track and he'll have to cede that position over.
Okay, good pressure by right sower. He was lucky to hold on to that right sower too. He just ran a bit wide. Another kink.
Oh no! I think I know what might have happened to Freight Trainer here. He's back below the yellow line again. I'm wondering if he's got wheel issues again.
Yeah, so he's staying off the banking. Max, he's coming in for pits.
To see if he gets any fuel in the car and how much.
This could really line up for Metal Drive to come through for a second spot, which it should be.
Oh, he might have damage actually. Because he's not moving at this stage.
So Metal Drive's going to get second.
Yep, Metal Drive's going to come through. Slide himself into second, and now the question is Simo going to have enough fuel? 6.3 litres and 3.5 minutes to go.
Oh, and could the Premier Motorsport number 92 Porsche take victory?
At this stage, Simo can afford to stick it in lean everywhere. Clutch, coast. He doesn't need to be accelerating 100%. He has 36 seconds of lead.
Yeah, exactly.
Where? And here's the other question: where is Dark Racing? And how many laps are going to be left?
Yeah, well that's it. Most of the 1 hour sessions they've been just doing it in 1 hour 30, so they have to find an extra 30 seconds just to try and get an extra lap in. Don't know if the pace has been that fast.
We weren't talking about fuel with Darky, sorry. We were more mentioning the fact that where is he in reference to Simo and Metal Drive, and how much is that going to affect how many laps they need to do still? At this stage, I don't know if Simo's got more than 1 lap of fuel left in that car.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't want to see an extra lap. If he has to do an extra lap, he's gone.
And Darky's coming around the back straight now. There's definitely going to be at least 1 more lap. I don't think he's going to make it. He could roll the dice here, stick it in lean and go.
Yeah, just keep it on Darky for a sec.
See if he crosses that line to start the next lap. Because he's now lapping gas and right solar as well.
No, they're going to be right. This is going to be the last lap. That's Darky now, so he's still got to do a lap yet. So Darky's going to be coming to his last lap. But this is the last lap for everyone now.
He's got 3.7 litres to go, and he's still got the banking to go. He is massively rolled out of it too.
Yeah, he's not going to make it, unfortunately. Let's have a look to see the fuel that Metal Drive's got.
6.4 litres. I reckon he'll be right.
Yeah, Metal Drive's right, but Simo has to do this lap and another. So
3.1 litres. Is that going to be enough? Is that going
one
to
more
be
lap.
enough fuel?
Oh, my numbers in the Porsche is 2.7 we were looking at, so if he was in that, he should be right.
It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. And Metal Drive, is he catching him? He's
still 34.
Simo's at half throttle.
Yeah. So let's have a look at Darky. Get the leaders finishing would be great.
And Nürburger's in the pit lane there. Has he run out of fuel as well? Has he miscalculated?
So here comes Darky in the number 43 RGR Sport, teaming up with Gear 3 Gaming. What a terrific job they've done. 6 hours of racing, and they're going to be our 2020 champions of the Daytona 24 hours. Congratulations.
And it's the first special event that SSHADZZ hasn't won since 2018.
Congratulations. And coming up second is the man that we're talking about, SSHADZZ and Loft Finish. His consecutive wins have come to an end here at Daytona 24 hours. But that's still a super effort by both SSHADZZ and Loft Finish in the number 51 Cobell Motorsports team. And Dado and Lloyd.
Dado's about to cross the line next for third.
We might just have a look at the this Simo just to make sure that he's going to be good as well.
I think Simo might make it here. He's definitely pulled one over the eyes of the rest of them.
Yeah, congratulations to the Chip Ganassi Racing.
Rounds out the podium. He's done it. He's done it with 0.8 litres of fuel left.
That's a terrific
That's too much
effort.
fuel in the car.
And a three-man team of both Timmy 82, Highlander 777, and Simo Racing 4. Great effort. And then coming in second was the 92 Premier Motorsport Porsche, who's Metal Drive 05, and myself, Woody Lizard. And then Freight Trainer in the second Porsche.
Just watch Metal Drive cross the line here. And Freight Trainer wasn't that far behind Metal Drive in the end.
No, he had to come in for that little bit of damage. That's cost him.
And then Right Sower, Gas, and Magic Hen round out the field of the GTEs.
Yeah, so it looks like I disconnected somewhere along the line.
Unfortunately, Sato couldn't quite make any more spots up on Aussie Carters, but valiant effort to get within.
Oh, it ended up being
of the car.
Only a lap down in the end, so that was a good effort.
He made up a lap on the whole field, so very, very big congratulations on that behalf. And a 34.3, that's one hell of a lap.
Yeah. What a very good
see,
good event that we've had
there's
there.
Your two podiums.
Yeah, so the overall podium there of Dark Racing 40 and Loft Finish and Dado Racer of the LMP2s. Congratulations to those guys. We can try and do post-race interviews, so we can try and get Dark Racing, those guys in. Actually, Dark Racing, who was it? And we'll get Simo
Dark Racing, Loft Vanish, and Dado Racer.
Yeah,
our LMP2 overall podium.
I'll get them in. I'll just So I don't know who's actually host now that they have to quit out, whoever that is, but so we've got Dark Racing. Hello. Oh, Simo can't speak, so we might have to try and get Highlander in. I don't know if Highlander can come in.
Oh, unfortunately, the host has kicked the continue button against what we were hoping.
That's all right. So we've got. We're going to look for Darky. There's Darky. So if you can speak to Darky, and I'll get the others in.
Hey boys.
If you can hear Darky, just enable your audio quickly before we start.
Done that.
Yep. How are you, Dark Racing? Congratulations. You are now the 2020 Daytona 24-hour champion. How do you feel?
Exhausted, actually. And I actually feel kind of happy that I've actually stopped the reign of SSHADZZ on special events now. So.
Yes, well, it's the first time SSHADZZ hasn't stood on the top step of the podium in a special event since 2018.
Jesus, that's a long time ago. But I'm I was nervous and I'm racked. I'm like, this will probably sink in a little bit later on, but yeah.
Congratulations,
So happy,
Darky. That was a great victory, mate.
Thanks, Woody.
All set up in that third session, mate, from coming
Yeah.
with that deficit you had and
that's it.
knuckling it down. So it was awesome.
Car was absolutely fantastic through that whole session. Didn't miss a beat. Had a few little slides here and there, but couldn't fault the thing. It was perfect for that whole stint. So
That's what you want in the end of the day.
that's it.
Did you feel any sort of pressure when Loftvanish came out of the pits a little bit closer than you would have liked?
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's a little bit closer than I thought. I was hoping I might have pulled a bit more of a bigger gap, but I think maybe the extra 2 litres was, be on the safe side.
Yeah, he ended up putting 35 litres into your 42, so he put about 7 litres less fuel in, and it made a big difference in the gap.
Yeah, but also when I finished the race, I looked how much fuel's up to, and I'm kind of glad I had that little bit of extra, so just in case. So, but yeah, no, I'm I'm wrapped. So
Yeah,
You've done a good job.
congratulations.
You've taken out the first special event of 2020.
yeah, I know. So we'll see how it goes for the rest of the year.
So we've got here we go. We've got your teammate coming in.
Make sure your
Darky.
audio's enabled gear.
Congratulations, Darky. That was a those last 2 sessions. That was a fantastic drive.
Thanks, Gib. Make sure you enable your audio too, mate. But yeah, no, thanks for that, mate.
Audio's on.
That was heaps good. So
Yeah,
nah, couldn't
you
have
did
done
really
without
well
you
there.
because you're the one who gave me the setup, and it was just spot on. So
I can't take credit for your victory. I screwed up a lot last night. The credit, that
Look,
was
at the end of the day,
amazing.
Gear, your name's on the side of that car. You drove it for however many sessions. If you weren't
That's
in
it.
the car, then you wouldn't have been there. So you
that's
might
it.
have made mistakes, but at the end of the day,
That's true.
without having someone in the car, you end up 3 laps down because you disconnected.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, these things
No,
happen, but we'll just wait for Loftvanish to come in. He's about to come in for second place for the LMP2s with teammate with SSHADZZ in the 51 Cobell Motorsport, which has stopped the domination of the SSHADZZ man. And so if we can just make sure that Loft enables his audio in the party, just tick the box.
And Dado.
I'm here.
Okay, congratulations, Loft.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, it was very good. Interesting, just not quite the pace in the car at the end there. Hats off to Darky, he was flying. So, and early when
at the end of the day, you cannot find a fault in your entire drive for today. You did very well. You didn't put a foot wrong all day.
No, very
Yeah, the
good.
car's
actually.
got
Some
another
people are
mark
just
on it.
way quicker.
Yeah, they
Hey.
just had that half a second on me. So, but yeah, the
Oh,
car's
mate, I
got
think-
another mark on it after 3 hours. So I'm pretty happy with that. And second place.
Yeah, I think you can
up with the big
polish it
boys.
up and sell it as a new car, mate. Not
Yeah,
like
that's
the,
right, that's
the
right.
leaders.
Give it a
that
polish
do
off.
little bit
Only
of
use
repair
once,
job.
right? Sunday.
The winner of the GTE class, Simo can't make it because he doesn't have a mic, but we've got his teammate Highlander. How are you, Highlander?
Oh, mate, I'm ecstatic, to be honest. Yeah, can't believe we won it.
How good was that, mates? After all the dramas from the first session when you had those internet problems, and we were able to get that reserve driver of Timmy82 that did a terrific job to keep you guys on the lead lap and hand that car to you for the night session last night, and you did a really good job there to keep yourselves in that big hunt,
Yeah, no.
which was
I
obviously
think-
Freight Trainer so fast, and you guys just kept that pressure onto him, and he's actually caused him to crack in the end.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot in between sessions. Me and Simo both agreed we were fastest on track, but we didn't have enough fuel to win. And so we were talking a lot about trying to get in the draft and save. So, yeah, he did it. He managed to save the fuel. That was the challenge in the end. And, yeah, just so proud of my team. Timmy jumping in, no notice, no practice, no tune, keeping it on the lead lap. Simo carrying us home, and you, Neil, and Woody, and everyone who organised the if you guys weren't as clever as you are, we wouldn't, we would have been out of it first stint. So,
Well, my first question, my first
That
question
is
to
true.
you, Highlander, in those last 10 laps, the last 10 minutes of the session, what was going through your head when you could see that fuel number ticking down and you knew that if he didn't drastically save, he wasn't going to make it?
I just knew we needed to get in the draft.
Yeah.
I know for a
that's
fact
pretty
you
simple.
I could do a 43 like easy in the draft and save fuel in where I'm not on my own. You know what I mean? So I knew if he could get in the draft, we'd be okay. Because my race strategy was I told him, I said, follow him for 50 minutes. We don't need to win this race to the last 10 minutes. And then when he
And pretty
spun,
much
I was
that's what
like,
happened.
yeah, I said, yeah, so that's what we needed to do. So it was the only way to win it because the Ford doesn't have enough fuel. We got plenty of speed, just not enough fuel. Here's the main man. He's joined. Hopefully he's got a mic.
He's shown. We don't know if he's got a mic, but while we wait for that, we'll just speak to third place in the LMP2s. That was a super drive by both Dado Racer and his teammate Colonel Lloyd in the number 11 K-Max Motorsports. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Woody. I haven't spoke to Lloydie, but I'm pretty wrapped. Anywhere on a podium's good.
Yeah,
I
mate.
guess at the end of the day, I think everyone's happy with the podium, and you guys drove exceptionally well. I mean, you didn't really put a foot wrong. It's just at the end of the day, the guys at the front were just at a blistering pace, and there's not much you can do about that when they're ridiculously fast.
Well, I felt as though I had pretty much had the pace in this last race, but unfortunately I had a 56-second,
deficit. Yeah, but that's over a good period of 6 hours, 5 hours of racing, mate. 6 hours in total, so that's not too bad. And you started that final session in fourth with Nürburgring just in front of you, and you did a really good job to get in front of him, and that really set your way for third position, mate.
Mate, I'm chuffed. And thanks for all your work behind the scenes, boys.
I must
Yeah,
also give
absolutely.
glad we could bring it to you all.
Yeah,
Awesome
I reckon we
event.
should give Nürburgring a special shout out. First special event by himself to do. He was running third for most of the season. He did that well. He deserves a pat on the back for that. And he did exceptionally well for his first
From
endurance
first practice,
race. So.
where he was quite worried about it, yeah, he did it. What an awesome drive, and the whole lot
Yeah.
himself too. So
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
well done to him.
He was fifth in the first session after the first hour. Then after 3 hours, he was last in the LMP2 cars. And he had an 87-second deficit at that point. And then come session 3, he got himself up to third. He basically
third.
followed
Yeah,
through with Darky.
Ah.
And unfortunately just dropped there and finished in fourth, was it? I think it was. I can't quite
Fourth
remember.
or fifth.
fourth or
He had to do a
fifth,
second
yeah.
pit stop. I think he had a crash or something like that.
Yeah, he had a pit stop near the very end, which I ended up not getting the results. So hoping someone's got the results there, and
I got
we can
screenshots.
get that all sorted. Very good. All right, guys. I think we've got everyone in
Good
there.
stuff.
Is Simo on a microphone or is he just on text?
I think he's only
Right.
on text from what the message I got from him.
We've
Okay,
heard him
well, let him-
once,
let's-
haven't we?
We'll let him actually. We'll read out a text. So Simo, congratulations on that victory in the GTEs, mate. I'm sure that your heart was pounding there, and your eyes lit up when you saw Freight Trainer in front of you spin, which gave you that lead. But then you only had a 30-second lead in front of Metal Drive in the Porsche. I'm sure you were worried that he was slowly going to catch you, and you had to really limit your fuel usage on those last 2 laps. How was that?
Okay, now we wait for Simo to type a message.
Yeah.
Here.
Insert
I think-
typing bubble up.
Intermission.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't worry.
So I think everyone in the group would like to give Woody a massive round of applause for running and organising this whole event. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
he
thank you,
100%
guys.
that last session, but without
you. Yeah,
Woody,
that's
the man behind the computer working out the things, sitting naked and drinking beer and commentating, we wouldn't be where we are right now.
And
I'll tell you
race.
what,
It goes
Very
to show
nice.
what he did because we wouldn't have even been on the podium if it wasn't for Woody, let alone winning it. So thank you very much, mate.
Not a problem. That's what we're all here for. And enjoyment for everyone. So I'm glad that everyone had a good
Let's
time.
hope the next few special events for the rest of 2020 are above and beyond better than everything. Because this year I reckon this has been the best one we've had in a long time.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
most-
Yeah. Well, we've had the most
Biggest
entries
grid.
as well. Yeah, because we've had 2-car teams where most years we've had probably about 4 or 5 solos, and this year we've only had
I
2
think we ended
solo
up
drivers.
having 27 drivers entered in the end because Timmy jumped in and did that session as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's an
I think this is-
absolute legend.
I think this is actually the first time that they technically an event actually.
Yeah, it is. That's what I was going to sort of bring up there. That's the first time we've had a trio take out the GTE class. Or any class.
Also the first time we've had every single driver of a 13-car grid finish as well.
I think it's Timmy's first win as well, which is pretty impressive, so I'm really happy for him.
Yeah, he'll be very excited. So his name will be there in the history books over at ANZCRL website. So if you want to have a look at that and all the other special events that we've got for this year, have a look. It's aus-nzcrl.weebly, which is weebly.com. Go over there, have a look, and you'll see all our planned series as well throughout the year, which we run every Sunday night from 7:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So yeah, hopefully to see some more new faces as we keep growing. We've been going around since 2016 and we just seem to get stronger and stronger. So there's a message there. I don't know if Highlander can bring that up and maybe he can mention what his teammate has communicated to us.
Just brought it up. He wrote, yeah, it was a hard race. It was hard to race with having to save fuel basically the whole race, but bloody happy to get redemption for last year. Would like to thank Timmy for saving us and Highlander for getting us back to the top. Great racing by everyone.
Awesome. Congratulations, Simo.
Well
Awesome.
said, Simo. Well done.
All right, so that about wraps it up. So on that note, thanks again. And our next event, special event, is next month, which will be our Daytona. Or what is it? It's, Route 66.
Route 66.
Route 66.
So we'll
Daytona.
see if we can get the wonderful squid in to cause some more mayhem again. So we'll see how that goes this time around.
Yeah, definitely. And that'll be
It's another
interesting
ball game,
to
that
see.
one.
That's 66
Yeah.
laps around Daytona, and that's on the 14th of March, which is a Saturday night. Until then,
Beautiful.
guys, I think